What an absolutely amazing day. Mr. Barnaby, what a great day today. I know you lost, and I know you're a guy who does not like losing. Losing does not taste good in your mouth. But, I mean, if you're going to lose, these are the guys to lose to, no?
No, not really. Not really. At least I have size 10s and you have size 7 shoes, so I feel like I'm winning.
How did you know that?
They're very small shoes, but you're a great guy. These guys are great guys. Great day. Honestly, they play better than us. They deserve to win, and I'm a little ashamed to say it. No one likes losing. We're very competitive people.
Yeah.
We didn't play in the NHL because we didn't like to win, but today we lost. And you know what? They're the better team. Congrats.
Brad, how are you feeling over there?
Absolutely fucking amazing.
Yes, I figured as much.
And I'm sorry if I swore there, but you know what? It's amazing. Anybody that loses just spews that stuff. When you win, you're a winner. You're always a winner, and I love winning. I'm addicted to winning, Bernie. I know I made a lot. I know I made a lot of good shots out there today.
We were a way better
But
team.
thank you for being my partners.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Best
Feeling
team
to
won
win.
by far.
Bernie,
Sorry about that. God, I feel terrible grandstanding.
You can't even spell grandstanding, by the way. You are a Stanley Cup champion. We have a 70-goal scorer over here, a 50. I apologize for the front nine. I wasn't very good. Bernie,
Oh,
great.
you lights
made-
out,
great.
bud. On the front nine, you're the only reason you guys were even in it.
Making friends again.
yeah.
Only reason you're in it. We should have been up probably 4 or 5 after 9.
If I, but
But
you know
he
what?
made like
Oh yeah, if you what?
3 or 4 birdie
If I made a
putts.
shot.
Bernie, how does it feel? Because you're kind of the all-star standout, of the game today. I mean, the last shot you had on 17 was terrific. A couple feet away from the pin. How does that feel?
That feels pretty good, to close them out like that. It's always fun winning, like Mayday says, but when you're a winner, you're a winner, and, the best team won today by far. Like, it wasn't even close. We kept them in it, but we didn't have to.
You know what? I love it. And if anybody thinks that we're bullying them around,
Well,
I don't care because we're
they're
winners.
used to it.
I love winning.
Can I say one fucking thing?
Who's going to stop you?
No one. Not. He's my partner. Bernie scored 70. 150 fucking points. He was a -5, by the way. I was a plus player. Can we get into that? Plus minus is probably the best stat ever to happen in hockey. Mayday probably could stop. He's got big mitts.
Huge.
Big hands.
Huge hands.
Yeah. His penis would look really small in those hands. That's okay. We can edit that or just keep it in. By the end, Mayday was playing with tennis balls. Literally, he went through every ball in the bag. We were like going back and forth. People were bringing him balls. He was playing with practice balls, yellow balls. Yeah, tough day. But you won. You're a winner.
Let's talk a little bit about hockey if we could for a few minutes. Why not, right? When you guys watch hockey now in today's world, what stands out to you? What has changed about the game? Brad, we'll start with you.
I would say it's officiated differently, right, than when we played. Now you play in the environment that's in front of you. The players are a lot faster. Certainly, they look a lot faster because there's less hooking and holding and less physical contact. And the talent level is by far it's on display every night. The players are amazing. It's so fun watching them. I mean, we were stewards of the game for a period of time, and I'm not speaking for everyone here, but I'm sure we're all very proud of being in that situation. These players are amazing today, and it's fun to watch them.
Bernie?
Yeah, I agree. I think the skill level's through the roof. I do get a little disappointed sometimes. I think they're not as physical as they used to be. Like when we played, I know Brad and I talked about that today. Pronger, he played with Pronger and Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer was obviously skilled, but they used to beat the shit out of us skilled guys, right? Like, and now you watch guys in Toronto. I was picking on Toronto, but they can skate around with sweatsuits on, like Mitch Marner. Like no one's going to touch him. Like we could never do that. They'd just beat hell out of us. So. But the skills and the goalies are such great athletes. They're just great athletes.
Who's the
Fun
best,
to watch.
Who's the best goalie you guys have ever faced?
Probably Marty Brodeur for me.
It's Dominic Hasek all day long for me.
Yeah, Patrick.
I mean,
Waugh.
Patrick Waugh too.
and
yeah.
Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about on this end of the table?
I didn't like Dominic Hasek.
Okay.
Best goalie to ever play, in my opinion. Like not Patrick Waugh. No disrespect to Waugh and Broder, they're amazing. But Dominic Hasek, what he did for our team, fuck was he good. And I would further to that on both levels what Bernie said and Brad. The talent level now is like evolution, right? You just get better. You practice more, you skate harder, you shoot. The opportunities to further your skills are so much more than when we were. We were learning on the fly. Now they have like skills coaches when they're 12 years old. They massages at 13. Like you're getting everything. You're getting set up. For us, like when I watch the kids and I see the skill level, but I watched, like, it was tough being a grinder, and we grinded. Brad's one of the best ever. When I watch him, like, I joke around a lot about the Mayday goal, and hell of a player.
Yeah.
Hell of a junior player. First round pick, great part of our team, why we were successful, why I had success, I always attribute. If you look at all my good years, it's because I had Brad May and Rob Ray protecting me. And I was pseudo tough guy. But I had them protecting me so I could feel comfortable doing what I did. My bad years were when I had to do it by myself, so I had those guys. I look at Bernie Nicholls, I look at Gary Leeman. These guys are skilled guys. Skilled guys.
Yeah.
They had to fucking battle. Like, you're getting hit. They don't care who you are. Those guys don't have to worry about it. It's not that we've evolved and it's changed and whatever, but I look at skilled guys now. They didn't have to worry about getting chopped. They didn't have to worry about getting hit. It just doesn't happen anymore. So I look at skill guys like these two, and for us, it's just changed completely different, for the better or worse. I miss the characters in the game.
Yeah.
I miss going into cities and people hating it. There's no hatred, but the skill level is unparalleled. These kids are absolutely awesome. Whether you like it or like, it's just completely different. And I love my era. I love your era, and I love the era that it is now.
Yeah. Gary, how about you?
What's the question? I missed 4 of them. First one,
What stands out to you when you sit down and watch an NHL game today versus yesteryear?
the money.
Well,
Make
that's interesting. Let's talk
10 times more. It's just a greater business model. Everybody makes money, which is great. And they don't want a dark cloud over the game at all. So the guys now are obviously, the guys we're talking about how skilled they are. They're allowed to skate around sometimes, say, with their heads down. If we did that, they'd cream us, right? So now it's no contact with the head, so the guys are more comfortable, doing all the skill moves and that kind of stuff. Where we weren't even allowed to do that. Like, I remember we would circle back. You know how they circle back now. If we ever tried to circle back like the Red Army, they were the first ones to do it. We wouldn't play. They wouldn't play us. So it was all about off. Dumping it in, chasing it, and hammering their D and stuff like that. It was all just a more physical game. But they don't want. They want it to be skilled. They want it to be fast, and it's an exciting game if that's what you like. But we're all sort of old school, and we like the physicality of it because you have to be like that if you're going to win, like a cup. It has to be tough to do.
Can I say one thing? Because obviously we were physical players, but coming from two skilled players, the resounding thing is we like physical. And that's coming from two skilled players, which is different. You'd be like, I would love to play.
I liked it. I didn't say
but I would say I would love to play in a game where they can't fucking touch me. Like, oh my God, you scored 70, you scored 50. Like, you guys were skilled players. You'd be like, oh, fuck, I love. Like, but
there's also guys. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's also guys like, Bernie mentioned Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner, I've had the pleasure of skating with Mitch in the summer a couple times, and I know it's the summer, but it's like he's one of those guys that he was like Wayne. He was tough to hit.
Oh yeah.
I think it's great watching that, and he's the kind of guy that can get out of the way of hits. So there's that to be appreciative of for some of the skill guys. And I think Wayne was like that too. You would know, you play with Wayne. The only time I saw him get hit was by Mike Palmatier, actually. One time at Maple Leaf Gardens, he was
Really?
yeah.
It's
it was
fucking
awesome.
goalie.
There was a goalie come out and he just said, "I'm going to take him out." But anyhow, and it's as far as goaltending, Hasek was unbelievable. I only played against him a little bit, and he was amazing. But I had the pleasure of playing with both Grant Fuhr and Patrick Waugh, who were, like, how do you?
Yeah.
That's like splitting the atom.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah,
the
for
best
sure.
thing of not playing now is we play with no cell phones. Fuck, would we be arrested? Like, are you kidding? The shit we did with no cell phones. Thank God. Thank God.
Can we talk? I want to talk about the business end because Gary mentioned it though. Do you guys feel like you sort of set the bar for people to make more money now?
Yes.
Yes?
And
that-
the guys before us did too.
Mhm.
So it was an evolution.
Like a passing of the torch kind of thing.
100%. It took time. There was no Players Association back in the day. You told the coach to go fuck himself. You were in the minors. They traded Chicago. Chicago was treated like a farm team for Detroit.
Yeah, the words.
So-
the words.
And then as like one of the things that Bettman needs to be complimented on is the fact that he got all the owners to buy into this business model that makes everybody money. So the sponsors are not ashamed to take anybody to any like wild events like we used to have. We used to have brawls all the time, and they don't want that. They want it to be a family atmosphere. They want it to be profitable and enjoyable for everybody and for kids, and so that's where it's trending. And the fights are gonna one day be out of the game, and the headshots and all the stuff that they're afraid of.
Let's get you guys in here.
Yeah, obviously the business model, salary cap. I don't know. I love the free market, but things change, right?
Yep.
If you don't evolve, you die. So I think the NHL has done a fantastic job. The business is over $4 billion a year annually. Just by averaging out the $80 million salary cap that they have. Imagine this in 1994 when Gary and Barney, and I was a young man at the time, and young player, we got locked out for 113 or 115 days or whatever it was, and a lot of that was about player likeness. There were teams, and I want to say the highest, and correct me if I am wrong, was $9 million. $9.1 million was the New York Rangers payroll. Payroll. You got players making $9 million today. There was teams making less than 3.5 or paying $3.5 million per team.
Yeah.
That was in 1994. What's that? That's 25, 27 years later. The salary cap is at $80 million, and these guys are all making a great living. And God bless them all. There's no jealousy or anything there from us, but there's no question. Ted Lindsay in 1967, go back to history. And I would love to see these younger players embrace the history of the game a little bit more. And it's not their fault, but they don't have roommates. When I came in, I had Mike Ramsey, who was the captain of our team in Buffalo. He played in the 1980 Miracle on Ice game with the U.S. Olympic team. I was like just a sponge listening to these older players tell me about their experiences, and I felt that the generations, there was a connection to the guys before us, and I think we've lost a little bit of that going through these lockouts. Money's changed that, but the NHLPA, I think they can do a better job and help these young guys appreciate players, and I be one of them, but Matthew, Gary, Barney, and everyone else that did such a great job. Brotherhood's awesome in hockey.
Barney?
Yeah, and I think obviously with TV and stuff, like now they're signing $1 billion deals, right? I think Toronto did that, Canadian hockey, like $2 billion, right?
Yeah.
So when you get that much money, and it's separated, with the owners and the players, and share the wealth sort of thing, I think that makes it so much better for everybody.
I don't want to be a guy that's kissing. I don't want to kiss anyone's ass.
Fair.
But I would say this.
Usually lick it, right?
I would say this, and
Oh.
where I am right now, Bet 99.
Yeah.
Think of the business when we started, or for the last 30 years, or forever. There was no betting. that was legal across like all channels and all platforms, Bet99 and other platforms.
Yeah.
That's going to do immense good for the game of hockey and other sports. The money it's going to generate, but it's the fanfare and the love of these sports. And you know what? There's no better way to engage somebody than having them put up their own money and trying to win something,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
and be a great fan.
I was going to ask you. I mean, Bet99, this awesome golf tournament
Yeah.
today. I'm sure these guys are going to be back. You guys
Yeah.
are a brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal to watch that. But your thoughts, as we kind of close here, as to how it's going to change the game.
Well, it's changed. You can't turn on any sport in any way, in any realm, and not see a betting commercial. It used to be like marijuana back in the day. Oh my God, it's so nasty. We found out it's not. It's like having a beer. I'm not going to talk about that, but betting was the same way. Everyone had a bookie. Now it's mainstream. It's mainstream. Whatever company you're with, Bet99, that's who I work with, and I love them. They're amazing people, and we provide a service. If you want to bet, you bet. We bet on the golf course. Bet $20 here, $50 here. Some idiot bet me $50 that I couldn't hit a fucking green from fucking 120 yards.
That was me.
How stupid! Of course I'm going to knock it on because I'm an athlete.
Money's
I'm an
on the
athlete.
line.
Money's on the line.
Money's on the line.
Yeah.
You're going to knock it on,
Yeah.
and then you're going to say, just buy me a beer later on and buy us pizza. But it's changed absolutely, and betting's fun. Betting's fun. Plain and simple. Oh, here we go.
It's your 50.
Bet-
50.
I would say this, just
Bet-
for the
And
kids,
now-
responsible betting
There-
is
there you
fun.
go.
and amazing.
Responsible.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Gamble what you can afford to lose.
That's it. That's it.
It makes a game more interesting. I'm not saying to gamble. I'm not saying, but
kids.
I like to gamble. I've gambled. I love to play poker. I love to bet football. I absolutely love it, and it makes it more interesting. That's to me. That's just the way it is.
But-
Has it changed the dynamic? Absolutely.
But there's nothing worse than going to meet your bookie on a Tuesday morning with an envelope full of $100 bills. So just saying.
You've heard that. That's not a
I
personal
heard that
experience.
back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah.
I just
You know what's
heard.
great though is when the bookie comes the next week. Hopefully,
Gives it back?
it's when you have to go back
Yeah.
forth and forth.
How about Revenue Canada knowing about this?
Oh shit!
I think we're going to end it there, actually.
That's
It's probably
I
the
think
best
you
place.
might want to edit
Yeah.
I-
like a little before that.
I do want to say, guys, it was a true pleasure to get to know you guys out in the golf course. You're all true champions. It was phenomenal just to hear the war stories. So I'm glad we could share some of that. Thanks for doing it.